One Zambia, one nation. Hello and welcome to the news. To present, my name is Henry Himonde. A look at the top stories. The government resolves land wrangle in Dollar. Over 11,000 farmers to benefit from FISIP in Senga Hill. National Electronic Government Council launched. Plus, government intensifies control of epilepsy and diarrhea. The news in detail. Minister of Lands and Natural Resources Elijah Muchima has resolved a land dispute between the local people and a named investor in Bwanamkubwa constituency in Dola district on the Copperbelt province. The community is reported to have encroached on land and illegally allocated themselves plots. Mr. Dr. Muchima says government will not tolerate people who do not follow the right channel. Here is the rest of the story.
Land matters on the Copperbelt has continued to be a thorny issue among the people, as there are a lot of illegalities that have been witnessed in the allocation of land in Ndola, Kitwe, Rwansha, Kalulushi, and other towns. This situation has prompted the Minister of Land and Natural Resources Minister, Dr. Elijah Muchima, to visit Copperbelt to address the matters. In Ndola, the minister and his team has addressed the Mulberry land wrangle, where these local residents encroached on this land on title and allocated plots to themselves.
Nobody has the right to give land. Ayeleka chairman, WDC. So even this piece of land here, it is reverting to my ministry, Ministry of Land. Nobody. I've already seen, I'm taking photos and my surveyors. Whoever will find building here will be arrested. I want to plan it properly, and then we consider some applicants here. This portion going this way and this way. He has been kind enough. Let's deal with you people there. That is enough. And here.
Copperbelt Minister Elisha Matambo has urged the people that government will not tolerate illegal allocation of land.
You are going to get any plot illegally, or you get a plot, you sell it illegally, you'll be arrested. And you want to go to anyone, even if you went to the president, he's the one who has given that order, and it's just normal. We want to bring normalcy.
Mulberry representative and the owner has agreed to give away part of his land to live in harmony with the local people.
Even today, I think basically what has been agreed with the minister and the minister's direction is that Mulberry will remain with a piece of land where there is no structures, and Mulberry should from today going onwards not be disturbed by anyone. Also, the minister has indicated that no one should go on a route of illegalities, giving plots in Mulberry land and building upon Mulberry land.
Earlier, the minister paid a courtesy call on Chief Chiwala in Ndola, who also shared his concerns on illegal land allocation.
The acquisition law and titling procedures in Zambia, this was abrogated. But it is within the system itself. People knew the law, but they abrogated it. With issues to do with councils, I've always stated that if councils need land for development, we are open.
Copperbelt has continued to experience land wrangles, and it is hoped the minister's visit will end this problem. Tovini Ngombe, Zanis, Ndola.
Southern Province Minister Credo Nanjua says the region has the potential to become a mining hub with the discovery of minerals in various districts across the province. Here's a report.
An industrialized province is what it should be, given its potential. Southern Province Minister Credo Nanjua wants the province's rich mineral resources fully exploited through increased investment in the mining sector.
We should expose this province that there is potential for mining. I'm happy that there's some discussions of big investments coming into this province to open up a lithium mining and also an industry in electric batteries. Choma, there is lithium. Sinazongwe, there is. In Zimba, there is. We have got tin. Is it tin?
Tin.
Yes. There's another. I had met some investors who told me that there is another gypsum.
Gypsum in Monze.
In Monze and also in Siavonga. That team of investors is already in Siavonga from Friday after we met. So all these areas, we should start profiling them and market the province. Investment team, we should start working on a twinning program with another province in China, of which we have already started making some steps towards that.
The minister is also keen to develop the livestock and agriculture sector by promoting value addition.
We don't want to continue thinking that having a lot of animals in Namwala, that's all what makes us proud. How do we turn around those resources in Namwala? Why should we have an abattoir in Namwala? A slaughterhouse. We should aim at start adding value while in Namwala there, so that the province can grow, can create jobs and business opportunities. Just make Southern Province competitive. We are in a competitive world. We are looking for investments.
Southern Province Permanent Secretary Dr. Namani Monze pledged total support to the new minister to actualize his dream of making the province competitive for investment in the country.
To work with his office so that we can advance the government agenda and do much better and perform to his expectation.
Gift Banji, reporting for Zanis in Choma, Southern Province.
To Northern Province now, where Minister of Small and Medium Enterprises Development Elias Mwanga has urged citizens to form cooperatives in various sectors to benefit from government empowerment opportunities. Speaking when he met the first ever registered cooperative in the transport sector, Mr. Mwanga was impressed with the group's initiative. Vupe Sendwe has more in the following report.
It is common for citizens to form cooperatives in the agriculture sector, but one group of men in Isoka district has defied the odds by being the first ever registered cooperative in the transport industry.
As a cooperative, being the multi-purpose, we are planning in engaging in the following activities. Firstly, buying motorbikes and empower our fellow youth as a way of creating local employment. This will help in keeping them busy and preventing them from engaging in excessive beer drinking, theft, and other bad activities. We have also managed to open the auto spare shop to assist motorists buy spare parts at an affordable price. Only that we are limping at the moment due to limited resources.
An initiative which has elated Minister of Small and Medium Enterprise Development Elias Mwanga.
We've demonstrated that here in Isoka there is entrepreneurial mind. People want to work for themselves. Cooperatives want to work for themselves. You have created employment. And people think this is very serious. And I'm happy the way you came out. And I want to speak to the country that this is the initiative we want to get from the youths around this country.
And the ministry has urged other groups to ensure that as a prerequisite to forming a cooperative, they are registered.
As a ministry, we would want to see that cooperatives are registered in all sectors of the economy, not just agriculture. So what you have done really is something that we want other people around the country to emulate.
Mr. Mwanga later made gracious hands of cooperative to encourage the group expand in numbers so that many can benefit from government support. Representative for Zanis News in Isoka District, Mchinga Province.
In agricultural news, over 11,000 small-scale but viable farmers are expected to benefit from the Farmer Input Support Program in Senga Hill District in Northern Province. District Agricultural Coordinator Aaron Sinkamba took advantage of the flagging of the input distribution exercise to send a warning to Camp Agriculture Committee members that the law will not take kindly to anyone found wanting. Still on agriculture, a number of cooperatives and businesses in Kaputa District have been empowered with loans from the Constituency Development Fund CDF worth over 3 million kwacha. Kaputa Constituency Member of Parliament Elvis Nkandu, who is also Minister of Sports and Youth, was on hand to deliver the checks to the beneficiaries. Raymond Chalata gives us more.
Many cooperatives in Kaputa District have received empowerment loans from the 2023 Constituency Development Fund. Kaputa Constituency Member of Parliament Elvis Nkandu, who is also Minister of Youth and Sport, was on hand to deliver the checks to the beneficiaries.
To uplift your lives and improve and grow the local economy. The government is focusing on the poor. The school of wisdom reminds us that your biggest opposition is your works. Now that works are very visible, others will always criticize. The President of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, is your leader with the heart for the people. Let us all support him by working hard for the betterment of Zambia.
And the beneficiaries have thanked government for the loans, saying the funds will help improve their businesses.
I would like to appreciate a lot our current government, the new Dawn government, for the impact that we have seen for a short period of time that the government has come to power. We never expected like we may be given the loans as we used to hear. So this is the most wonderful thing, because looking at what we are given so far, it will assist us to uplift our stage of in terms of surviving. And as we'll be doing business, it is also one way of engaging our fellow youths who are just seated. Besides, we are also appreciating our Honorable Member of Parliament for Kaputa Constituency, Mr. Elvis Nkandu. We had a lot of Member of Parliament in our constituency, but looking at his coming in his office, we have seen a great change of things, great of activities in our district.
Raymond Chalata reporting for Zanis in Kaputa District, Northern Province.
We continue with the news. Acting Secretary to the Cabinet, Oliver Kalabo, has urged Smart Zambia to establish guidelines and conduct awareness programs to enhance access to electronic government services. Speaking at the launch of the National Electronic Government Council under Cabinet Office, Dr. Kalabo says the launch of the council is an important milestone and testimony of government's commitment towards enhancing Zambia's digital economy. He added that e-Government Council will play a pivotal role of overseeing the implementation of the electronic government. And Smart Zambia National Coordinator Percy Chinyama has thanked the Secretary to the Cabinet for making sure that the country hosts a successful digital summit for Africa. Mr. Chinyama said through the summit, Zambia established relationships with strategic partners in the digital space who have become stakeholders in the digital transformation journey.
This is the first of its kind since the commencement of the implementation of electronic government that a council is being appointed in this country. The National E-Government Council, also known as the National Steering Committee for E-Government, plays a pivotal role in overseeing the implementation of electronic government, ensuring that we achieve our digital transformation objectives. What are the functions? The National E-Government Council will ensure that the NEGP, that's the plan, is adequately resourced in both financial and human capital terms to deliver on the ambitions of the digital transformation agenda as outlined in the 8th National Development Plan and key policy pronouncements. What's its composition? The Council will be chaired by the Secretary of the Cabinet, with the Secretariat being headed by the Electronic Government Division. Membership of the Council has been drawn from the following institutions: the Zambia Chamber of Commerce and Industry, the Public-Private Drivers of Zambia, National Traders and Marketeers Association of Zambia, Zambia National Farmers Union, Zambia Agency for Persons with Disabilities, Council of Churches in Zambia, Competition Consumer Protection Commission. Ladies and gentlemen, you will note from the institutions being mentioned here that they are at the tail end. They are at the tail end.
DSC, we are thankful because you facilitated that we had a very successful electronic government summit for Africa, the first of its kind, the very first Pan-African e-government summit. I want to thank you for facilitating that, because out of that we learned a lot of things, and we also made a lot of relationships with strategic partners who have now become our stakeholders in this journey. And out of that, Acting Secretary to Cabinet, we have now come up with these two very important milestones. First one being ensuring that the country has an electronic government council.
In education news, Copperbelt Provincial Education Officer Stephen Chishiko has urged teachers in Masaiti district to uphold professionalism during this year's examinations. Dr. Chishiko says his office will not allow misconduct among teachers who want to compromise on the integrity of the education system through examination malpractices. More in the following report by Nkwachi Chanda.
It is that time of the year when schools are preparing for their end-of-year school examinations. In Masaiti District, Copperbelt Provincial Education Officer Dr. Stephen Chishiko has begun sensitizations of the head teachers and their staff on how to conduct themselves during examinations. Dr. Chishiko told the head teachers to avoid engaging themselves in examination malpractice.
We are still witnessing some evidence of malpractice in our centers, even districts during the examination. We saw this during the GCE exams at grade 9 and 10. In short, there is failure to adhere or comply with the guidelines for the administration and management of exams, hence compromising the integrity of our education system and the qualifications we are giving to our graduates. We need to protect the image of our ministry and even the education system itself. People will have faith in our education system because the education of the country is the foundation to any development. Our value together is to ensure that we see all the loopholes that may cause examination irregularities and ensure that proper conduct and security of examinations at all levels is enhanced.
Dr. Chishiko also told the head teachers to use preventive management to avoid examination leakages.
And we thought we should not damage the image of the province. Ignorance has no defense. I wish to urge all of you to employ preventive management For your information, preventive management is the act of performing regularly scheduled activities to help prevent unexpected failures in the future.
In Masaiti, Dean of Head Teachers says the sensitization is timely.
The message that has been taught to us as a district will be put to fruit, they will be very fruitful, and we will not expect any exam malpractice.
Kwachichanda, Zanis, Masaiti District.
In Eastern Province, World Vision Urban and Rural Program for Learners Inclusion, Foundation and Transformation through Education Project Manager Chibuye Mwila has commended government for creating a conducive environment for the private sector to thrive. Ms. Mwila says due to good collaboration with various government departments, the project has managed to advocate for inclusive and quality education in over 122 schools in Lundazi and Lumezi districts. Debson Sakala has more in this report.
They say teamwork makes the dream work. In this light, government through various policies has created an environment conducive for the private sector to thrive. Cooperating partners such as World Vision have commended government for the open door policy to the private sector.
We are grateful to the government. We've been working so well with them, and we can see various projects happening through CDF. A lot of classroom blocks are being constructed, and even today we have managed to successfully lobby for water for 3 schools through the DC's office, who have given us assurance that these schools will receive some boreholes, which is a plus for education and for the child that we are advocating for better quality education.
Ms. Mwila is hopeful the partnership with government continues.
We are grateful for our partnership and that we'll continue to work together for the advancement of the child that we are looking at as World Vision through the Uplift project.
And community members appreciated the Uplift project for mentoring them in advocating for tailored developments under the Constituency Development Fund, CDF, among others. Davison Sakala, reporting for Zanis, Inchbata District.
Still in education news, government has held the support of over 1 million kwacha to the education sector in Kalumbila District in Northwestern Province by FQM Trident Foundation Limited, TFL. Kalumbila District Commissioner Brenda Sankiza says government recognizes the crucial role that the private sector plays in the provision of education. The district commissioner said this in Kalumbila when she graced the TFL's donation of reusable sanitary towel kits and exercise books at Kisasa Secondary School under the Education and Developing Girls for Empowerment Age program. We have more in this report.
Most girls in rural areas abscond from school due to inadequate sanitation facilities as well as sanitary towels. It is for this reason that Trident Foundation Limited in Kalumbila District, through their Educating and Developing Girls for Empowerment Age program, has donated reusable pads and exercise books to 26 schools. Government has since recognized the critical role that the private sector plays in responding to educational needs.
The government attaches great importance to education, and education is seen as an equalizer in our communities. Government recognizes the critical role that the private partners play in the provision of education.
Priska Gozwa is representative from the Provincial Education Office.
I want to appreciate on behalf of these schools the wonderful donation of 4,000 sanitary pads to our girls and 76,500 branded exercise books for 12,000 learners. Each learner getting 6 books. This will give them the comfort and confidence as they sit to learn in their classrooms.
TFL has reiterated First Quantum Minerals' commitment
to supporting educational needs.
Guest of honor, at first Meanwhile, we remain committed to supplementing government efforts in providing quality education, and therefore we wish to urge you that you can count on us as a reliable partner in working with you.
Shilika Chabalingula, Zanis, Kalumbila, Northwestern Province.
We now look at health news. Government has intensified efforts to control the increasing cases of epilepsy and diarrhea diseases in Chasefu district in Eastern Province. District Director of Health Aaron Mwango says the large number of free-range pigs that are feeding off human excreta has been identified as a leading cause of epilepsy and diarrhea diseases, which the community-led total sanitation program is now seeking to control through the promotion of latrine construction and use. Here are the details.
These are free-range pigs found in most villages of Chasefu district of Eastern Province, which are seen as means of economic empowerment. But these animals, whose meat is consumed by many, are now posing a health threat to the people here, as they are mostly feeding on human excreta for survival. According to health experts, they are the super spreaders of epilepsy and diarrhea diseases in Chasefu.
I think this was shown by a study that was done. I think the previous PhD, Dr. Gideon Zulu, participated in that study, where they were looking at CT scans of all the epileptic patients in Eastern Province. And what they found in that study was that most of the epilepsy that was found was caused by neurocysticosis. Neurocysticosis, this is a condition which is caused by a worm that comes from pigs. How do the pigs get this worm? The pigs, of course, these are free-range pigs. You find that if a person goes just behind the house, they help themselves. The dirt that they leave there, the pig will pass there and eat it. They slaughter these free-range pigs. There's no EHT to examine it, there's no public health inspector to examine it, so they will not be able to see those small worms in the muscles of the pig. And then people will be able to eat those things. Once they eat, those worms will enter them, and then some of them will actually move to the brain, and they'll lodge in the brain. Because when they are cooking this pig, they don't braise it very much. They just braise a bit, and they start eating as they are drinking alcohol. That is how they get acquired epilepsy.
But government has responded to this situation by implementing the community-led sanitation through the Department of Water Supply and Sanitation, working with the Ministry of Health and the local authority.
We have really monitored together with the community and make sure that sanitation is really improved in this chiefdom. A total number of 3,840 latrines, that is adequate latrines, have been constructed in the chiefdom.
And the Department of Water Supply and Sanitation is conducting door-to-door visits in villages here to ensure compliance to safe hygiene practices by households.
People are complying to the construction of the toilets, and that the COTS actually maybe to say the concepts have actually sat on them.
Mtafela, Zanis, Chasefu, Eastern Province.
Still on health matters, Mazimoyo Rural Health Center in Chipata District has become the latest facility to receive a Constituency Development Fund supported facelift. This follows the commissioning of a mother's shelter, water reticulation system and a staff house valued at about 1.2 million kwacha. Handing over the infrastructure to the community, Chipata Central Member of Parliament Mtolo Piri, who is also Minister of Agriculture, says the completed projects will enhance the delivery of health services in the area. Here are the details.
Constituency development funds have continued to impact various sectors through infrastructure development. The latest to benefit in Chipata District is the health sector, where Mazimoyo Rural Health Center has received a facelift through the commissioning of a mother's shelter, water reticulation system, and a staff house.
It is pleasing that today I am officially commissioning the Mazimoyo Staff House
the water reticulation system, and the mother's shelter at Mazimoyo. This is what it means when the president says he wants CDF to benefit his people. I'm glad that the United Party for National Development, UPND, has given real power to the grassroots people, hence the commissioning of these 3 projects. Mothers have had a challenge when, they bring patients to this health facility, especially those who are coming to give birth, and that is why we have that building. The motivation to the in charge so that he performs to the people's and government's expectations, as the new Dawn government is in a hurry to see that people's lives are safeguarded through the provision of timely health services to the people.
The improved situation at this facility is expected to address the issue of home deliveries that are contributing to maternal deaths.
As a district, Honorable Minister, even up to now, we are still having problems with home deliveries. The fact that now we have the mother's shelter, people can actually come here and wait to deliver in a safe space. We won't be having the maternal mortalities that we've been having, and at the same time, they'll be assured of having professional help should any complication arise.
The results of CDF have continued to cheer the masses.
It is not only the patients and it is not only masters so benefit. However, we have 5 water points where the community is tapping water from.
Abigail Kashweka, Zanis, in Chipata District.
On the Copperbelt Province, government has stocked public health facilities with adequate medical supplies in Lufwanyama District. This came to light when a team of senior district government officials led by the area member of parliament Kenny Siachisumu visited Chikabuke Rural Health Center located in the remotest part of the district to check on the availability of essential drugs. Agrippa Silombwe has more in this report.
This is Lufwanyama's Chikabuke Rural Health Center, located about 80 kilometers from the district administration. And Lufwanyama lawmaker has led a team of senior district government officials to the facility to have an on-spot check of the availability of the essential drugs.
We received the center kits and we are expecting to receive another center kit this month. We thank the Apple leadership for delivering medicines on time.
The teams have to note that remote areas are also being supplied with adequate medicine.
We just came here at the Chikabuke Clinic, which is many kilometers away from Lufwanyama Boma. We are here with the district commissioner to see how the rural clinics are operating, and also to check on the essential drugs which are needed, like Coartem, Panadol. We are very happy to find that most of the drugs are here at this clinic.
We have officers like these who have sacrificed to come and work here. I think they need support. I also want to urge the community around here, Chikabuke, in Chief Lumpuma's area, to give enough of support to our workforce here, just to motivate them, so that they can give the service, the most needed service to our people.
Timely delivery of medicine in public health facilities gives hope to the public of receiving improved health care services. Reporting, I'm Agrippa Silombwe.
And now the rest of the news. Some districts in Southern Province have recorded a significant reduction in cases of early marriages and teen pregnancies. Sikalundu Ward Councillor in Choma Central, Denba Mjindu, has attributed the reduction to a number of interventions and strategies being implemented by government. And Namwala District Commissioner Ephraim Shandau says the drop in the cases is due to the consistent sensitization programs being undertaken in the area. More in the following report.
Early marriages and teen pregnancies have continued to be a source of concern among various stakeholders in the country. This is why, working with different partners, government has been implementing a number of programs aimed at addressing the vice. Using different strategies, such as sensitizing people among other interventions, some parts of the country have started recording a reduction in cases of child marriages and teen pregnancies. In Choma Central Southern Province, the local administration has stepped up efforts to curb the scourge.
With the help that is coming from the government, we have seen a lot of improvements. The number of teen pregnancies has gone down and the number of early marriages have gone down. Yes, they are still there, but at the rate we are moving now, it's a clear indication that we have made progress. As councillors, with the initiative that we are coming up in the community where we are doing community sensitization in almost every month, and whenever there are these programs that we have for youths, we also put in a component of sensitizing our fellow youths in terms of early marriages.
Namala district has also recorded a reduction in early marriages and teen pregnancies, but more still needs to be done.
A number of parents used to think that that was a source of wealth. When they marry off somebody, they will charge maybe 12 animals. Okay, 12 animals, that's a lot. The government also came up with stiffer laws, which if people or parents are found marrying off a child, they will arrest both the child and the parent and prosecute them. Okay, so that made them refrain from marrying off children.
Dixon Munkombwe is the community chairperson of Kamuza Kulundana Ward in Choma Central and has this words to parents and guardians.
Abayume ikupirusha bana babona wamita kujigoro agutumbuka buyajogere kujigoro ari magamani heru iyo rwagwe gutegwa bayari na rwagwe akajane bumi buboto.
Jane Simalumba Zanis in Southern Province.
Now, former Speaker of the National Assembly, Amusa Mwanamambwa, has died. In a statement to Zanis, Speaker of the National Assembly, Nelly Muti, has confirmed the passing of Mr. Mwanamambwa, saying the former Speaker died last night, Saturday, 21st October 2023, at Forest Park Hospital in Lusaka. Ms. Muti says the former Speaker will be remembered for his distinguished service to the nation, having served as Speaker of the National Assembly from 1998 to 2011, a cabinet minister in various ministries as well as a diplomat. She said during his tenure as Speaker of the National Assembly, he championed parliamentary reforms which resulted in the National Assembly realigning itself with the trending parliamentary practices. The Speaker said the establishment of the constituency offices and media and visitors centers at Parliament Building were among his key flagship projects. And Clerk of the National Assembly, Roy Ngulube, says the Speaker is currently attending the 147th Inter-Parliamentary Union Assembly and related meetings in Luanda, Angola, but due to the untimely death of Mr. Mwanamambwa, the Speaker is scheduled to return home earlier than scheduled. The late former Speaker of the National Assembly worked as information assistant at the Zambia Information Services between 1964 and 1965. And finally, Lusaka Province Minister Shiu Mulyata is concerned with the moral decay among the youths and adolescents. Ms. Mulyata has since appealed to the church to help inculcate good morals among the young people so that they can grow into responsible citizens and contribute positively to the country's development. She said this in Rufusa in a speech read on her behalf by District Commissioner Richard Mabena during the 13th Ambassador International University graduation ceremony. Details in this report by Jonathan Mkuka.
Lusaka Province Minister Shiu Mulyata has expressed great concern over moral decay among the youths and adolescents. Ms. Mulyata said this in a speech read on her behalf by Rufunsa District Commissioner Richard Mabena during the 15th Ambassador International University graduation ceremony. She says the church should help in shaping the youths so that they can grow into responsible citizens and contribute positively to the economic development of the country.
Our young boys, young girls are being involved into so many evil things: drinking, smoking, and I can't talk about the other. They have divided themselves into so many issues, and which means the morals are not kept right. So I appeal to you to help.
She also appealed to the church to continue preaching love and peace.
With the religious leaders and the other stakeholders to encourage peace building among us all.
And guest speaker Dr. Collins Mbewe encouraged the graduates to ensure they spread the gospel of Jesus Christ.
Getting your degree or diploma should not be the end of your learning. Jesus is an inexhaustible treasure, and therefore keep fresh in terms of knowing Him, and knowing Him.
A total of 26 students from Zambia, Malawi and Mozambique graduated with bachelor's degree in theology and Bible studies respectively. Jonathan reporting for Zanis News in Rufunsa.
That concludes Zanis News. Before we go, let's take another look at the top stories. Government resolves land wrangle in Ndola. Over 11,000 farmers to benefit from FISIP in Senga Hill. National Electronic Government Council launched. Plus, government intensifies control of epilepsy and diarrhea. Thank you so much for watching the news. On behalf of the entire news production crew, my name is Henry Himonde. Until next time, it's goodbye.